As Season 1 comes to an end, Eternal Return is now talking about what changes are going to come in Season 2. There was a Korean dev stream, and since there wasn't an English one, hopefully this can be a nice summary. So, their thoughts on the patch. They're not adding any big features this season because they think game's fun, why mess it up? But the next big season is planned for Season 4 or 5, where there's going to be big changes to the gameplay. This could include hacking, sky jumping, new areas, a mode revamp, so solo, duo, or even a Cobalt overhaul. But there will be significant changes. So first off is the ranked system. The three problems are matchmaking, pre-mades, and tier inflation. First, they are implementing a pre-made team queue, but the longer you wait, the more likely you'll be to be thrown in with a solo queue lobby. I don't think this is going to affect NA matchmaking that much. Tier inflation is huge. Diamond has been too easy to reach, and that makes it harder to climb in Myth because you're queued with inflated players. The Diamond entry cost is going to go from 43 to 50 RP, rather than every previous tier promotion increasing by +2, they'll be increasing by +4. They've calculated this, and they think it will bring them closer to their goal of Diamond being 5% of the player base, rather than 15. Myth will stay at the same entry cost though, so climbing through Diamond entry cost will increase by 1. Previously, they reduced the chance of Myth matchmaking with the Diamond player from 91 to 72%, and I feel like that really hasn't changed my games much, and now they're reducing it to 72 to 33%, so I'm guessing this won't really feel too much different for NA, or the queue times will just get a lot higher, but we'll see. And outside all of that, the two-man teams will now have only a 1-tier difference with who you can queue with. They will continue to tweak this every season because they say ranked is their most important system. Let's talk about loot. I just put up a monetization video and I think it's getting better this patch. There will be a mileage system or a pity system based on how much you spend on skins like Beachside Sua and the Bakery Sis skin, and they'll be more obtainable. Event skins are going to be coming back to the shop, but only the ones that are on the older end of things. There will now be vouchers for free disassembles, but as someone who has an infinite amount of A coins, this is kind of whatever to me, but nice if you want to hold on to your A coins. You can also now purchase a coin, but I'd say just play the game more and take advantage of events, save your money for the NP. The research boxes are going to no longer require a key, and adding more goods to them is going to hopefully make them more exciting, because really you only get excited over the skin boxes. In Season 3, they plan on further improving the looting with a fever time format to make skin boxes more fun. There's not really much info on this, but more will come out next season. Speaking of Season 3, story elements are looking to be added for characters, along with a sort of achievement system, which I think is a must. In Season 4, they're also going to be adding a character-specific mission system. Okay, but this is all in the future. Let's focus on Season 2 gameplay. So, third parties are a big problem, and final zone consoles are no longer going to work. You won't even be able to see how many teams are left. Also, the moment 2 teams are left, the safe zone phase ends. This gives the team who finished off another team some prep time before the final zone. Locations of the safe zones are also going to be changing a bit, and hopefully this limits the third parties, especially in the late game. They're revamping Escape a little bit as well. You now need votes for it after purchasing the root kit. The votes will be held, and then if you have 2 of the 3, you can then escape. Along with this, they're adding 4 more augments, but deleting some old ones that got no play, and along with some sub-augments. And with this, of course, a few will be reworked. Then also for tactical skills, they're giving a bit of a same treatment. They said they're going to remove 4, but they only listed Blasting Bullet to be removed, and then stuff like Soul Stealer, Nullification, Quake are going to get a bit of a rework. Then they're adding one, which is called Strigier. I can't pronounce that. And pretty much it's going to give movement speed towards enemies, and it's going to do skilled damage when attacking. And then at level 3, it will also apply a slow. And then they're also going to be adding new item skills as well. Then along with the item skills, you guessed it, character skills are also getting looked at. A few are getting buffed, a few are getting nerfed, but they're more so looking at how the kits work and not just the numbers behind them. Here's all the characters getting changes, but there could be more added when it's all said and done. If you want to read more in depth, I'll link that below in the description. A few things they're also going to be adding are death overlays. You're also going to see more info at the end of the game, so you can't just look and be like, hey, I did the most damage, I'm so poggers. They're also going to improve pings, so things like campfires, boxes, and other stuff is correctly labeled when alt-clicking them. And then voice chat. Voice chat is looking to be enhanced by making push-to-talk default. So you can listen without any settings, and they're working on a chat translation so you can play with international players. Overlapping corpses now show the loot all together, which is a great quality of life. And speaking of quality of life, kiosks now remove the 2-second delay on ordering, which is really nice and should prevent some third parties. Item cooldown reduction gets a small revamp, so items now have CDR intervals of 5, and this should make things more intuitive. Cobalt is getting a big overhaul, and is just not in a good state right now, so they're trying to make it less RNG based, and they have a big plan towards this, but it sounds like more of a future endeavor. AFK penalties are also being improved. If you go AFK for too long, you'll be forced to leave after a warning. And if this happens, their entry cost is doubled and the innocent teammates won't lose any points. Then my favorite topic is mood enhancements on the map. They're scrapping the Halloween ones, sadly enough, but for the Christmas season, they're going to be adding stuff during season 2. Okay, so battle pass time. It's the May theme, and you can get Fiora, Razi, Bernice, and Aya. There will also be a Sylvia and Piolo skin in the past, which look fantastic. And the other skins are now popping up on the screen, but I'll link the Twitter thread if you want to watch them or look at them in your own time, at your own pace. But there they are. Lastly, the new characters that will be added are already announced, Lenny and Tsubame. But there's 2 more characters that haven't been announced yet that are going to be added. The first is Kenneth, who has an axe. And I don't really know what kind of character this is, to be honest. Most characters have a job trait, but he just kind of looks like a Xenoblade character. And then finally, there's Katya, who looks like a sniper and might play more like a stealth character based on her design, but we'll see though, we'll see. But that is it. Use this code right now that's on the screen and get free NP and skin boxes valid through the 23rd. Overall, I think there's good things happening, but most of the big stuff is going to be in Season 3 and 5. And simply by the fact that they're looking this forward into the future means the game must be doing pretty well on their ends. If you have any questions for me at all, feel free to leave them in the comments, or if you just want to let me know something that you're excited for. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.